Hello everyone, Father the Everchosen here, bringing you some new content in what is a mod for Med 2 Total War. This is Divide and Conquer version 4.5. It is a Lord of the Rings mod, and I've been playing since since version 1. It is a constantly updating game. The people behind it are, you know, very passionate Lord of the Rings fans and are all together pretty good people. They have a very active Discord server, and everybody there is quite pleasant. So I'm going to be jumping in to a new campaign as the Easterlings of Rhûn. The Easterlings of Rhûn are located right here. They start just south of the Sea of Rhûn. And we're going to be jumping in here. We will be doing the long campaign, which our goal will be to hold 40 regions, including these specific ones, which you'll see as we go along, and to eliminate the dwarves of Erebor over here, the Kingdom of Dale just south of that, and the Vale of Rhovanion, which is our closest enemy. They lie on the western side of the Sea of Rhûn. So let's jump in here. So I will be cutting out more than likely turn times, and I cut out the loading screen into this. So this message right here, if you go and download the game, I would read through this. It just gives you a little bit of a rundown. There is a barracks event currently, so once I get to turn 60, probably more like turn 62, I will gain access to our highest tier troops, and then it just tells you that castles are better at training than cities, and that people can die of old age, but it's going to take a very long time to get there. And this is the faction story. And this is written by more than likely the head of the mod. So I will go through and read this. Once this land was ruled by dragons, huge, powerful, fire-breathing dragons. Those days, sadly, are gone. With the death of Smaug the Magnificent, there is but one dragon left in all of Middle-earth, the Golden Dragon of Rhûn, ruled by the most powerful Khan in the west, Lokon Rukar. The wealthy city-state of Mistrand is the dragon's lair. Mistrand translates to Golden Hill or Mound in the runic dialect. Thus, the dragon sleeps atop his hoard. Rhûn is an absolutely gigantic region, the Sea of Rhûn only marking the very westernmost edge of this mighty amalgamation of confederated city-states and steppe clans. While the east of Rhûn is largely controlled by the single Khan, the western half of the runic territory has been in utter chaos and upheaval ever since the defeat we suffered at the hands of Yarnil in the lands known as Easterlings and the Dead Marshes. It has taken millennia for Rhûn to recover from that battle. Finally, with the assistance of the Great Eye in Mordor, we are prepared to storm across the plains of Rhovanion once again. We are closely allied to the Lokon Jassur of the east. He will aid us if he can. However, there are several clans in the region who have sprung up in the power void our ancestors left behind. They will need to be crushed and completely subjugated. We can't attack our real enemies in Rhovanion until we secure our heartlands. To our west lies the heart of Balkoth territory, at Bur Ermenarchus. These men are fierce opponents. What they lack in equipment and numbers, they make up for in ingenuity. They craft javelins that are superior to nearly all others in Middle-earth. They can punch through armor like an axe through flesh. Truly, You do not want to be on the receiving end of one of their javelin volleys. Their skirmishing skills would be invaluable to us. Also to the west, at Lest, is the conclave of the Urmuri tribe, or Urmuri clan, who have been sailing the Great Lakes and its river since before they could walk. They have sworn no allegiance to Sauron or his enemies, but if we hope to bring Rhûn down on the Northmen, then the Kelduin is the fastest way there, and we will need the Urmuri's boats. To the northeast lie the lands of the Eruelad clansmen. Skilled in both infantry and cavalry-based warfare, they will help fill our ranks with both frontline troops and light cavalry. To our south and southeast lie two independent Variag Khans. They aren't particularly powerful, but our ally Khan Arkish, further to the south, has requested our assistance against them, as they have broken their treaty with him and started raiding his lands. If we take them both out, Khan Arkish will reward us with both gold and access to some of his warriors. Far to the east lies a loose confederation of tribes known as the Suryut. They have not joined with Sauron, and instead they seek a more peaceful existence. However, they have managed to perfect a chariot-making process that even the Wain Riders could not do. Their current leader, Lokon Jasur, has a taste for battle his predecessor did not. However, his people respond to strength, and he believes he can rally them to fight with us if we can first show our might, unite our clans, and claim the heartlands of Rhovanion. With his and the Dark Lord's support, we would then be ready to seek our vengeance upon the peoples of Middle-earth. And this just tells you about recruitment, and that's where we are at. So, the campaign for Khand, we will need to take the cities around us, these rebel cities, and with doing so, we will unlock more of our troops. So Lest will give us our sailing, and then Bur Ermenarchus will give us skirmish troops, and then we'll get some of our just baseline infantry and cavalry. So Rhovanion is over here. They start with 4 regions. They have an island city here, a city about here, their capital, and then they have a castle over here. So let's jump in. Here is Lokon Rukar. He is our faction leader. He has a decent enough army to start. And we'll take a look. These are his bodyguard unit, the Lok Rim. And they are effective against armor. They frighten nearby infantry. They have a pretty decent attack at 14. And they are halberds. So in this older style Total War game, they will have a bit of a boost. Probably closer to like a 20 attack, because their animation is a little more powerful. And they have a 22 defense, which isn't bad, but any armor piercing will have their armor. And he starts in Mistrand, and then we have Khan Margos, and he is our faction heir. And he starts with Lok Narim, which are a very good archer bodyguard. So to start, Lest has a very large garrison, so we might hold off for a moment on Lest and probably push more
An honor to serve.
south.
Yes.
We're going to leave Lokon Rukar here in the capital,
How may I
and
serve?
we'll take the Deratai
Orders.
warriors and
How
crossbowmen
may I serve?
and put them in this fort, just so that we can start generating some
Orders. We move.
better money. Right now we're still losing money per turn, so we're going to want to jump in and see which of these buildings will make us the most money. Now, I probably will build a Mason's Hall because it will reduce the cost and the build time, and it only takes 2 turns. And I will get my diplomat out.
My ears are yours.
Start sending our spy south.
Invisible.
And an end turn. Dol Amroth claims a felon. And we have Orash. He isn't terrible, but I don't think I can afford him right now. Moria has been reclaimed, and they want us to take Mataram. And for 2,000 gold coins, I will be more than happy to do so. Ken Margot's got this dragon banner, and we have Katsu expanding his retinue. Fornost reclaimed.
My eyes are yours.
So we'll send our
As you will.
spy, Kargi, and let's see if we can get him into this town. We were successful, which will be nice. They've got Variag Nobles, some Candish Raiders, and some Candish Hunters, which this force isn't very difficult. The Candish Raiders are a missile cavalry. The Variag Nobles are a very good missile cavalry. And the Candish Hunters are just... they are, I believe, a javelin unit. Nope, they are a archer unit as well. So I don't know if Khan Margos can take them out. I think, if anything, I should
How
probably
may I
bring
serve?
the rest of this army down.
Joining at once.
And we could get Rhovanion Spearmen, Rhovanion Riders. Let's grab these Rhovanion Riders, just so that we have a cavalry force, though it may be small and not wonderful.
How
It
may I
will at
serve?
least
Orders. As you will.
give us some
I'm
protection.
honored to serve.
Build the
Setting a
watchtower
watch
there.
here.
And we will be losing money, but I believe
Noble
in
one.
about 2 turns we'll have Mataram. We'll get some more money. And we're at another end turn. Relics of the Dragons. Scattered across Middle-earth are relics of the great dragons, created by Morgoth and unleashed during the War of Wrath. These mighty beings gave even the Valar cause for fear. Now, with both the Valar and Morgoth gone, the dragons remain, and it is to these gods we sacrifice. For after all, what good are the Valar and Morgoth when they are either gone forever or do not care, whereas the dragons are here, and these relics are proof of that. If we were able to acquire some of these relics and the reach of the dragon cult would expand, and more clans from the east would fall under its sway. We should send our diplomat to the Vale of Anduin, to Bjorn's Hall, where remnants of the famous Scoth's horde are located, and to the lands of the Kingdom of Dale, where Smaug's corpse lays in the long lake, near the lake city of Esgaroth, slain by the heretic Bard, and try to acquire these artifacts. We should also send our spy into the cold north of the Withered Heath, where we may be able to find an egg left by our gods. If our diplomats and spies fail in acquiring these artifacts, we can turn to our influence among the military officers and launch campaigns to conquer these settlements. So I will be moving my diplomat and my spy north. Our diplomat here
Your will.
will be sent to
I
Esgaroth.
have come to the end of today's road.
It'll
Tomorrow's
take
journey
1,
awaits.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 turns to get there. Here in Mistrand, let's see what we can build. A grain exchange would give us an additional 50 income. It's not fantastic. Communal farming would give us 7, and we'll go with communal farming. Should be good enough. And we'll get some Daratai warriors and Daratai crossbowmen.
Yes, no.
Conmargos can
We
start
will engage
besieging
them honorably.
Mataram.
We shall endure outside their walls.
And
Lay
after
siege.
Mataram, there is one
Has
more
the time come to strike?
city that I may take, and then Cand will allow us to train some of their troops, because I have taken out their opponent. I will keep this pressure on probably for those 4 turns. And I am going to try to cut out as many end turns as I can, but sometimes it's not going to happen. I may need just a little more time to speak on whatever. Our spy's been booted out. Ulrak. No. I don't think we can afford him yet either.
My ears
Our
are
spy.
yours.
All the way up to the Withered Heath.
Invisible. As you will.
Yes, my master.
And
I cannot go there. As you will.
moving. Mistrin will be fine. And another end turn. I know the beginning of the campaign can be a little slow, but as we move through, we'll start seeing some of the more interesting battles. And once we can go to war against Rhovanion, it will be a constant fight. Rhovanion can definitely pressure us. As long as Lest stays rebel for a long time,
Your
I
will.
should be fine.
As you will.
That
I
way
have
we
come to
don't
the
border
end of
them.
today's road.
And I'll
Tomorrow's
probably try to
journey
get a trade
awaits.
agreement going with
My eyes are
Rhovanion,
yours.
so we can start generating even more money.
Invisible. I shall continue in the morning.
All right. 2 more turns with Mataram. We are going to be dipping into the negative for money, but we should be fine. Taking Mataram will give us, obviously, an earned income, but we'll also get that 2,000 gold from our quest. But once we can start generating more money, we'll start sending more forces out and about. Faction announcements. Rukar, +3 to farming and +2% tax income. Candish Mercenary, +1 command of cavalry, a line of sight, and movement points. That will be nice. Still not
My
doing
ears are
fantastic
yours.
money-wise.
As you will.
And our
Yes,
diplomat.
my master. I cannot go there.
What is it you wish to discuss?
Let's see if we can get trade rights.
You hold us at ransom
All right,
until
that's
we
fine.
meet again.
I can hold you at ransom for your trade rights.
As you will. As you will.
With those trade rights, we should be doing a little bit better. Communal farming will be done next turn. Increasing our money ever so slightly. And Mataram will either surrender or will rise up. And either way, we should hold that by the start of next turn. Which would be nice. That should alleviate all of our debt. And put us into the positive. Let's see. Oh. Another force has come from the mists. Graham comes bringing Variag nobles and some Candish raiders and some marauders. And Captain Deretai has his force. I should be alright to fight this.
Not one of
Let's
us
jump
shall
in.
fail to give all in battle!
Oh, the artwork of Lord of the Rings is so beautiful. Hopefully the next Total War fantasy game that we will get will be a Lord of the Rings game. I think that the IP definitely could generate quite a bit of money. And just seeing with what Total War has already been able to offer, Total War Warhammer that is, I have no doubt that we could get even a very beautiful looking Lord of the Rings game. We're going to set up here on this little hill. They are attacking us.
The enemy show their cowardice.
Who do I have?
They bring in reinforcements.
No, I left a bunch of archers over here. That's not good. Let's get them to run. We'll see if I can protect them. Go up to ×3 speed. Alright. Man, our Deretai hunters, they're not the best unit, but archers are a very, very good unit to have, regardless of if they're good or not, you know. All these are Candish hunters. Let's drop it down. Let's pull our cavalry out. Wasn't a bad charge. They lost quite a few. These Variag nobles, I don't think these guys will be able to beat them. They've got 22. Let's pull out. If I could just hold them off until I got the rest of my Deretai hunters over. We're still good. Candish raiders will be coming in. They'll be within range. Keep on moving. Charge right back into the Candish hunters. Perfect. Pull them out.
Our foe fights with horns made of clay. We are winning the battle.
All right. Cantabrian circle here, but they're just getting peppered. Target the Variag nobles. Let's make sure our archers don't go chasing. And the Variag nobles are getting peppered as soon as I can drop their general.
Our
We'll
foe
start
fights
looking
with
better.
horns made of clay. We are winning the battle.
5% of my army's dead, 30% of theirs. Good numbers. Our Rhovanion riders aren't doing fantastic, but should be fine. Need to get another charge into their Candish hunters. Alright, 52 down to 39. The Variag nobles
Only
dead.
half the enemy force remains.
Now,
We must pray they lose their will to fight.
here's their general right here. Alright. Let's target the Candish hunters. And we will save the rest of our arrows for now. Rhovanion riders.
The enemy's general lies dead.
There we are. One of their generals
Men
is
can sense
down,
the
or
doom
their
upon
general
them.
is down. Their captain is still left, but that should be a pretty big morale hit. And it doesn't look like I'm going to lose as many troops as I would have originally thought. Charge. There we are. Cavalry in
Victory
this
is well within our
game.
grasp. Time our foe will surely see this and lose
Not
heart.
that cavalry isn't effective in Total War Warhammer, but cavalry in this are just a totally different breed. So these Rhovanion riders, even though they are the worst cavalry that I can have, they are going to walk away with hundreds of kills. Let's see. We got...
Victory is well within our grasp.
Yeah,
Time
at
our
this
foe will
point,
surely see this and lose heart.
we don't have a... There's not a whole lot left for our enemies. We'll start targeting some of these Candish hunters. And let's see. Oh. Serpent Elixir. That would crossbows. We'll start targeting these raiders as well. Let's hit these Candish hunters. And we'll go up to time 6. Chase down the
Enemy are
units.
badly bloodied. They have lost half their men. Our foe fights with horns made of clay. We are winning the battle.
And we'll just pull back for now. 84% of the enemy is dead. Where is their... Thought they had a captain on the field as well.
Victory is well within our grasp. In time our foe will surely see this and lose heart.
Alright. It's really just these
Our enemy flees before us like a herd of goats.
guys
Drive
up
them
here.
from the battle.
Oh, these Variag nobles right here are a problem.
Behold our worthless foe. See how their general turns tail and flees like a whipped dog.
So once he drops, they should go away. 3, yeah. Shoot through this gentleman right here. And he's all that's left. No, pull out.
The enemy general flees like the enemy's general lies dead.
All right.
Oh, his
And
men
that
can
should
sense
spell
their
their
doom upon
defeat.
them.
I walk away with 1 Rhovanion rider.
They run like children.
And
Great victories are like sweet
492 dead
nectar.
compared to
Come,
their
let us
1,020.
drink of the most rare and glorious fruit.
My Rhovanion riders walked away with 230 kills. They ended up healing 38 of their casualties, which is good. So we'll still have them. And in second place, we've got the Daratai crossbowmen, actually, doing a pretty decent job since they were unblocked. And then we have the Lokna Rim doing just fantastic. So we now control Mataram. A sizable donation to us will be given, and with killing their secondary army, there won't be a whole bunch of devastation in the land. So we should be generating some pretty good money right off the bat. I may have to...
We have prevailed!
Yeah, no, I just get Mataram.
Your faith and courage have triumphed!
Let's...
Victory!
Let's exterminate the population just so that nobody rebels. got that 2,000 gold. And Bree and the Dunlendings have made peace. So we're doing pretty good. We're making decent money on trade. And we are generating not a whole lot of money, but enough right now. And we're going to send our general out here just to build a little watchtower so we can see.
My eyes
And let's start moving our
unseen, invisible.
Our spy and our diplomat around.
Your will. As you will. Resting here. Tomorrow's journey.
Alright, new mission. Send an emissary to the Kingdom of Dale. I'm already doing that. I'll get some military units, which isn't bad. The only problem is I will get one of these 4. I won't get any of the Lokrim bodyguard, which isn't terrible. Let's leave these Daratite clansmen.
Yes, noble master.
How may I serve?
My lord.
And
How may I serve? Orders.
those Daratite hunters.
How may I serve? Orders.
Orders.
Let's see if
How
that
may I
is
serve?
enough. Yep. We will lose a very small amount of money,
An honor to serve.
but we'll march our
At
army
once. We move at first light.
a little bit south.
Setting a watch here.
And just so you guys can all see, can turn off the fog of war. We can go look around at the rest of the world, which isn't bad. You know, I like occasionally taking a peek and seeing how everything is shaping up, but it's only been 8 turns, so nothing too crazy should be going on. We'll turn off the fog of war.
Yes, noble master.
Khan Margos will be
Tomorrow's
marching this
journey
way.
awaits. We move at first light.
And another end turn. So hopefully we can start getting a decent trade empire going. You can definitely make the money, but you've really got to kind of focus on it. Once you take enough of the cities around the Sea of Rhûn, you can just trade with yourself,
Yes, my master.
and
As
that
you
alone
will.
generates
As
quite a
you will.
bit. Uldor has come of age, and Uldor is Lokhan Rukar's son. So Khan Margos, Uldor, and then Abdus are the Khan's sons, and then Margos has 3 sons as well. And then we also have a daughter, Tigkiz, who will be married off eventually.
Noble one. Yes. Tomorrow's journey awaits.
Alright, Uldor. Let's see. What can Uldor go and do?
Orders.
For now, Uldor is
Orders.
going to go sit in this fort.
Orders.
And
Orders.
we're going to have to send Uldor
How
and
may I
his
serve?
troops probably north. Our income is still
My
quite low,
ears are
which
yours.
hopefully we
I
can
cannot
solve
make
here
that journey.
in the next few turns.
Unseen,
Come on.
invisible. As you will. Unseen, invisible. I shall continue in the morning.
Your will.
We got a few more turns, and then we can start getting some more trade. Nothing's being built, which is unfortunate. The grain exchange, let's see. The grain exchange would bump us up 3, 21 and 50 a little bit. it's worth it. We need to start generating some funds. Conmargos will be over here. As soon as we can get another city, we'll really start raking it in. And I believe this next city that we take will appease Canned in the south. And we'll start getting some benefits from that. Yoruk. Strong at walls, dauntless. Smart. Let's... Yeah.
Yes, noble
And we'll
master.
send him down to Mataram to start
Orders?
helping generate some money. And we'll send Uldor with this tiny force north.
How may I serve? We move, forming up together.
And let's find this city.
Noble one. Yes.
There's a nice fort right here that we will take advantage of.
Your will, my lord.
How may I serve? Orders.
Orders.
As you will.
There we go.
Yes, noble master. An honor to serve.
How may I serve?
Not going to save us a whole lot. 88. But it'll save us at least a little. Pull them back out and we'll just follow this road. And we'll hit that other
My eyes are yours.
city here coming up.
As you will. Today's journey.
Yes, my master.
Let's get
As
to
you will.
Esperoth. So this should hopefully be right around 40 to 45 minutes. I feel that Divide and Conquer definitely goes just faster than Warhammer. I feel like if you only recorded for a half hour of Warhammer, you wouldn't get anything done. Gondor has reclaimed Ithilien.
Your will. As you will.
You have
Just
a
see if we
proposition
can
for
trade
me?
rates.
It's good to sedate you.
Alright. Daratai Hunters. Not
I
anything
cannot
crazy.
go there. As you will.
And
How may I serve?
we'll send them Uldor north.
As you will. We rest here until dawn. Yes, noble master.
So
We cannot
313
travel
when he
there.
gets in there next turn,
At
we'll see what
once.
we're up to.
My lord.
As you will.
Margos.
Noble one. Yes. At once. Yes. At once.
Oh.
Tomorrow's journey awaits.
Nope, the road turns north there.
Yes,
So,
noble master.
right in this
We
region
move at first light.
should be. And obviously we're still losing money. Hand over fist. But at least in this, losing money and going into the negative isn't
I
like
have come to the end of today's road.
Warhammer, where you start taking attrition. You really just can't train anything or build anything, which, I mean, obviously isn't good either, but you can sit in the negative for a while and still be relatively okay.
My ears are yours.
Our spy will be up here in the Withered Heath in 2 turns.
Yes, my master. As you will.
What is
And
it
we're
you wish
here.
to discuss?
Oh, let's see if we can do map information for map information.
You hold us at ransom until we meet again.
Alright, so we got a little map information. We'll sit here just outside of Esgaroth for a few turns.
An honor to serve.
Alright.
Yes.
En Mahad.
We close for battle. Laying siege to the enemy.
And it's
Awaiting your
pretty much the
order
same
to
story.
strike.
Varric Nobles, Candish Raiders, and Candish Hunters.
Noble one.
Yoruk
At once.
increases our income quite substantially. So we're not losing as much money now. And
Orders.
now we'll just
How
keep
may I
everybody
serve?
there.
Orders.
Uldor,
We march.
Elgir, they have Daratai Hunters, Area-led Dragon Guard, Dragon Riders. So this will be a much more difficult battle, and I don't believe Uldor could walk away with a victory. Yeah, I don't know. The Dragon Guard would fall to the Hunters. We've got crossbowmen. Uldor could take out the Dragon Riders. Let's
Orders. We shall
start to
end this
besiege
day
it.
as victors, besieging the enemy.
And if they want
Till we
to
wet them
charge out of
or
their city,
strike.
that'll give us more time to just fire upon them. So if we can get those 2 more cities, we'll start getting more access to our troops. We'll start generating money, which is obviously the top priority. Elgir has risen up. And our troops are almost even number-wise. The Daratai Hunters, our Hunters are the same missile attack of 2. Their Dragon Guard are good, but they're unshielded. And their Dragon Riders, as long as Uldor can take on the cavalry, along with the crossbowmen, we probably can walk away with a victory here. Let's save. Rhûn. And we'll jump in. More than likely the game won't crash, but again, this is Medieval 2, and it's an old game. And this mod pretty much pushes it to its absolute limit. Alright, let's get him up front. On this side. And our archers can move up to here. And the crossbowmen to here. Don't run, don't chase. Everybody run. So, hopefully we can just start peppering the Dragon Guard. And since they don't have shields, they should just drop pretty easily. They will be right on the edge of our range, though. So we really just need to wait for them to charge us. I hope I need you guys to set up like in a semi-decent spot. And the Loke Rim bodyguard looking much like the Easterlings do in the Lord of the Rings films. Dragon Guard, Dragon Guard. Let's see. Yeah, you know what? We'll shoot at these Dragon Guard right here. They've got, I believe, the captain or general for their army. Out across with arcing shots. Some of them are, which isn't good. Arcing shots definitely lower the effect in this. We'll see how well this goes. And we'll start targeting the hunters. They didn't want to bring their cavalry in, so I will take full advantage.
Our foe fights with horns made of clay. We are winning the battle.
And let's put everybody on offensive except for him. Start shooting the Dragon Riders and these Dragon Guard. If we're lucky, we'll be fine. The Daratai warriors aren't doing fantastic, but it's actually this unit right here, which is the general. probably this guy right here. So we should just have him in a killing field. Hopefully he just starts to drop quickly. More of them are dead than more of them than mine, but it's close. And these dragon riders are going to slip right in. Which obviously isn't good for us. Let's see if I can extract the general. We're holding well enough for now. Run.
Fortune smiles on our foes for the moment. Pray we can seduce fortune back to our side.
Got my halberds in the back of these dragon riders, so they started to drop a bit. And I've got the crossbows, hopefully shooting at them. Crossbows aren't fantastic, they get their line of sight blocked very easily. But the armor piercing value is needed right now. Dragon riders are dropping, but it's not looking fantastic. Let's see how well we can do.
Only half our force remains.
Yeah. Still holding right here, which isn't terrible. Come on, crossbows, start shooting.
Our general lies dead. Pray our warriors' hearts fill with thirst for vengeance and not despair.
And that's going to obviously spell our but hopefully we're wiping out.
Curse the sun that shines on our disgrace. Fate
As many
has
as
not
we
been
did,
kind to us
we
today.
will
We have
be able to come
clearly
back.
lost this battle.
I figured that that army probably wasn't great enough, but I figured they'd do a little better. The crossbows definitely getting hung up really can hamper you. But I think that's where we will
They fight like
call
a
this
cornered
episode.
snake. Pull back! If you insist, breaking the siege.
All right, keep
The
backpedaling
sun
almost
sets
all the
on
way back to
today's
this strand. But with that, we will actually start gaining money again. Lokan Rukar got the blood of Kamol. Hornburg has been sieged. Blood of Kamol. +1 authority, +1 renown, +1 fertility, which is nice. Kamol, referring to Kamol the Easterling, who is the only other named Nazgul. And truly, he is the only Nazgul with a name, because the other Nazgul that is named is the Witch King of Angmar, which really isn't
Orders.
a name. More
How
of
may I
a
serve?
honorific.
Orders.
Park these guys in the fort, and we'll start generating some money. And we'll just finish off this turn.
As you will. Stopping here.
Your will.
Keeping him here in Escaroth. But that is where we'll leave this episode. I will probably record episode 2 right away, so I will not see your comments, but feel free to like and leave comments down below. And if you enjoy the content that I put out, subscribe. You can always just watch the Divide and Conquer stuff, but I would welcome you to go and view my Total War content and both of which should be picking up. I have no idea when version 5 of Divide and Conquer will come out, but with the pandemic going on, it seems that the team behind it has gotten quite a bit of work done. So version 5 may be here sooner than we think. And obviously the Warden and the Paunch will be releasing in 1 day's time from when you're viewing this, in 2 days' time from when I'm recording this. But thank you all for watching. As always, I've been Father of the Everchosen.